I love the Mahomes comparison and the off-schedule plays, etc. But it makes me wonder, David, because we have seen Caleb roll out and hit passes at all levels, which is an incredible skill. Roll to his left and be able to throw a pass as he did down the field. Is that revealed? Has he revealed something? And is Rick right? Make him a pocket passer. Whatever you do, don't let him start moving around because he's so good at it.
Well, I think that's a fair observation by Rick Spielman to make, but I also don't think it's a big enough sample size to overreact to that's exactly what you want to do. You want to keep him in the pocket. Chances are Caleb Williams can be just as deadly and accurate in the pocket as he can be on the move. So maybe you have to pick your poison, but I also think that we've only seen 43 snaps. And what have we seen? Okay, yes, Caleb Williams is very accurate on the move, whether he's going right and hitting Cole Kmet or whether he's going left and creating an explosive play 45 yards down the field with Rome Odunze. My sense would be that if you have a clean pocket and he's taking a 7-step drop and there's Keenan Allen down the middle or DJ Moore on the hash, he's going to hit him just in stride as easily as he did on the move. So does he remind you of somebody like Mahomes? Well, the evidence that we have, the scant evidence that we have so far, yeah, it's very Mahomes-like. But my sense would be that when he stays in the pocket and steps up to throw down the field, he's going to say, oh, well, that's very much like Andrew Luck. Oh, well, look at him spin out of danger and then hit. That's kind of Aaron Rodgers-ish. Oh, that one reminds me of Joe Burrow. He's going to remind you at different times, I think, of different great quarterbacks because he's on his way to becoming one.
If you were defending him, how would you do so? I mean, listen. Period. End of story.
Pressure.
That's the answer.
Pressure.
Answer.
Just the way you have to defend any great quarterback.
Yeah.
Or
any young quarterback, David.
Young quarterback. That's the better way to describe
it.
You want to come after him with a variety of looks to try to confuse him. He processes things too quickly. So you want to try to confuse the offensive line as much as you can to the quarterback. The quarterback is your sixth offensive lineman, essentially, because he's got to call things out and he can help protect himself. What you want to do is limit his ability to do that by disguising coverages, by mixing in fronts, and trying to confuse him and slow him down. He's already slowed the game down, it seems. The more you can speed that up in his head, the better off you're going to be defensively, even though good luck with that, because we have seen him now. This is what Rick's talking about. When he escapes the pocket, when he's on the move, he's dangerous.
Yeah. I guess when we start talking about the season opener, when we get there, I think this is a nice cut to kind of remind us of what he's capable of doing and how you have to defend him. That team that they're playing, Houston, can pressure a quarterback. They've got edge rushers. They can come after you a little bit. You've got to protect this guy.
So both the first two opponents, they do, the Texans and the Titans, they can come after you in a variety of ways. I think that's what I like about, again, this is why I wish they would play. I do wish they would play the starters against the Chiefs. I know they're not going to, and it doesn't really matter. But what I have seen so far from Shane Waldron's offense is that when they do move the pocket, when they run these bootlegs and misdirection, it is a good way to get a quarterback who's good on the move. And you definitely help your offensive line, which you're worried about. Let's face it, the biggest concerns about the Bears going into week 1 isn't the quarterback. It's the offensive line, it's the defensive line. The ability to stop the run and get to the quarterback and the ability to protect the quarterback and establish a running game. I'm not worried about Caleb Williams. I'm worried about the right guard. I'm worried about the left tackle. I'm worried about the things that you can control as an offensive coordinator by moving the pocket and running misdirection. So that's what I like so far about this offense. But you're right. Eventually defenses will counter, but it's still a tried and true scheme. So I like the evidence. I like the scheme of what we've seen of it so far.
I like the fact that there's a threat from the quarterback to the point where you could come out. We haven't seen the running game yet. It would be very interesting to me to get to this season opener and see if they can do some power running. They can do some things in the running game. They can get the quarterback, not taking away aggressiveness, but kind of in time, on time a little bit, roll the chains a little bit, and open up the kind of passing game that we've talked about.
I think that's a good goal to have. I wonder if the passing game that we have talked about is going to be, if not by design, just because of the talent you have, more explosive than maybe they anticipate it being.
Yeah.
You may have an idea that you're going to be what you kind of described as a West Coast offense approach.
Yes.
So you're taking your quick slants, you're getting your safe passes, you're incorporating the tight end, and you're using safe passes, extended handoffs, and doing what Dave Wannstedt has described that they did with Brett Favre back with Mike Holmgren and Tom Brady with Bill Belichick. Maybe that is the way Caleb Williams becomes established as an NFL quarterback. On the other hand, he could just go down the field and take his chances.
Yeah,
and if he's successful, how do you harness that?
Well, I don't think there's any way you can't take 4 or 5 shots. Maybe a half, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just with a guy that has that arm ability and can hit all levels and has had the success he's had.
The arm talent's intoxicating.
It's incredible.
It really is.